everyone receives is a reflection of us. I had a little bit of a return to self moment today, and it evolved around power or control. I feel, in one for a better term, I feel myself again, like the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle, return to self to make me feel complete again. And if I look at it, I do right now feel complete. I don't mean finished or at the end of the journey. No, the journey is only just about to begin. And do I mean begin? In so many ways. But you see, I was bottling up a lot of emotions, a lot of potential cords to the past or memories or episodes of control. Something almost as if, for a lifetime playing a victim, or at least in mine currently. Confirmation indeed. And I was struggling with that, I suppose, or hiding behind it. And I suppose I was looking for what would it feel like to be in power? What would it feel like to have total control? Not in a sinister way or an aggressive way, but that power. How I got there through thought, through visualization of control. It can be over another person, it can be over a situation, or it could just be power as in status. I think also on a sexual level as well, or a romantic, having control and power over that, and dominance on that side. All of this was being bottled up. So I needed to withstand for so long, so almost as if my magnet outwardly attracts my abundance and well-being, inwardly it's attracting all those fragments that were broken. So that when I released it away to make me whole again. For mentally I experienced that. The times that I've gone through to experience the things that I have, the people that have helped, I felt released, lighter, not burdened by that, changing to a different frequency, removing critical areas of mispower or mistrusted or guided power in terms of desire and lust or manipulation or wishful thinking. You see, they say power and money can manipulate most people, but I beg to differ. Power and money don't change people. People are the ones that are already corrupt once they receive money, once they receive power. For it doesn't just occur because of it. It would already be there. My growing lessons are to acknowledge that. Many in a previous past, sure. Maybe all of those lessons were from those past Akashic records, going through them, paying the cost for the karmic debt. And maybe that's all been released. For when my abundance arrives, I know what to do with it. I don't splurge or go after things that are not required. Everything is more meaningful. The things that matter, that make a difference. You buy things here and there, but not because they're bling. but because it's a requirement. You get the things that matter and mean a lot, and that's a great feeling. That ability to help other people with infinite amounts of wealth and not use it to manipulate others, not use it for greed or status, not use it to control the outcome of events. You see, the current people have been corrupted and poisoned by power and money in society. And though it lie instilled in most people, it is the journeys that we see to overcome that. Well, at least mine is. I know I will help so many people. But it's so fascinating when you feel lighter, as if you have returned to yourself. You've gone through those life lessons. That power and control and the release of desire is definitely one of the things that was my last to do. Does that mean it's completely eradicated from the mind? No. It's there, like every memory, how to ride a bike. But it's that removal of the control or the tether away from you. Even just today, listening to a pop song that I had to do a cover for really made me feel terrible, because it was just that. You can start to feel more energies in a song and know when it's healthy for you. The challenges that will come, you know you can succeed. You know you can achieve greatness. The power that comes from that is fascinating. But people have been brought up under money and power manipulates. Or money and power is bad news, so they never set themselves a goal to achieve. I always like to think it's not the money and the power that's the problem, but the people that are behind it. So we change the people that are behind it. The world is growing into a new way that society will be helped. We've all known this. All these so-called current million and billionaires can solve all the problems in a day if they come together, but they choose not to. So ask yourself why. Why aren't they helping humanity? Why aren't they helping the fellow people when the very small few can? Just that alone shows you their intent. Or at least what was their intent. There's going to be a new wave of wealthy people across the globe. A change. Whether that comes through abundance by chance, by opportunistic, by a higher power, or a soul of flesh that enlightens people more. It doesn't matter the process or the how, but that we continue on the journey of the mind and the thought, and the creations of better places to live, better people, better happiness. It's almost as if we raise the consciousness of the collective, but piece by piece. And when a community can come together for the greater cause, you rebuild not only society, you rebuild not only humanity, but the consciousness of every dimension, of Gaia, of the world, of planets, and other beings, because the consciousness raises. When everyone comes together, we all have the power to do so. We start to see change. We start to see value of things, not on a monetary note, but of purpose. Changes are coming. And so many things are about to happen. And I look forward to the days of meeting my fellow friends and starseeds and beings from all over. People in general who have all the skills. But it's just exciting when you look at it. You don't have to be all businesslike and spiritual. Just the idea of learning wow and feeling together or feeling homely or learning new skills. You see, I always thought, and I tell myself this all the time, that I can learn any skill providing you teach it to me. And I will remember it. For if it's something that is important in my life, that is a skill set, a trade, a hobby, a talent, whatever it is, I remember it very easily. And there are things that you learn for a work purpose, but have you ever been away long enough where you start to forget it? So unless you're doing it day in, day out, you start to lose what it is that you were so good at. Does that happen to you? You have to relearn those things and get back into the habit of it. That is your psyche, your way of saying that this is not what is purposeful. If you find it difficult to remember it, then it doesn't belong there. But when you know how to ride a bike, you always know how to ride a bike. Because it's purposeful. It's mechanical. It's something that we need. It's enjoyable. It's uplifting. It gets us outside and moving. Like travel, you never forget those routes that you take. Or how to use a paintbrush. How to sing a song or play a note. How to plant a tree. What are the things that you remember so easily? Or comes back up very quickly? Is that power? Absolutely. Is that money? Absolutely. For you see, power and money don't corrupt. Corrupt people corrupt power and money. We have an opportunity. We have a goal to see in something so amazing and help so many people. It's going to be joyful. So we're going to take it. I'm going to take my journey and see where it follows me. And I'm excited to find out where it goes. Take the time, if you will, and sit down and see where yours is going. What things do you forget easily? Do you think power does corrupt people? Do you think people are good? And that they get influenced to a different way? Or are we all individuals here learning the mistakes of our past? Or growing from the experiences that we had into a better version? So that when we get to this point, we change. There's a series in The Magicians. And there's a part in it And it's very similar to Marvel with Doctor Strange and the Time Loop, but they talk about, multiple versions or multiple realities, but not all at once, just lifetimes or Earth numbers. And you see this through other, TV series or movies as well, that you have like Earth 14 and, different lines or versions. And in this one, they talk about like time. So they've done one version where this person goes to the left, and then that didn't work. So in the next version, in 15, they go to the right, and that doesn't work, and so on and so forth. Like learning, something changes each time. And then you look at the TV series Once Upon a Time, where, now I haven't seen the full lot, but up to it, where everyone's under a spell, right? And that true love will break that spell. So there are so many variations that I like to think, for me in this lifetime now, I've reached to a point where I'm able to evolve, grow spiritually, but understand the past, the things that I may have done in previous lifetimes, the people that I may have hurt, the good that I have done. I feel that has gone. That weight, that debt owed to the world has shifted. I feel on a higher frequency, a higher vibration of understanding and growth. Does it mean that I'm perfect in my ways? No, not at all. But that is what makes me me. And I feel that I have evolved and grown enough through those different variations from the past of myself to the point now where I can actually make a difference. And I will. And you'll see it. These are just my feelings, my observations. It's a way that I think about the world, how it helps me grow and evolve, so that when I do have power and control and all of this sort of stuff with money and position and status, I will not let that affect who I am, who I be with, and my attitude about helping myself and others succeed and growing spiritually and just humanity. And that is why I feel like I am the perfect candidate for where I am going. And I hope when you feel that too, maybe you have already, that is exactly how you feel too. As if we're all change makers in a new society. And that is what makes everything so much worthwhile and full of love. And with that, peace and love, take care.